a ball over the net. And then you've got an umpire sitting there, often in black, who, he doesn't care who wins. He's just like, watching the ball go over the net. So I'm not going to defend the claim because I don't want to go and play games in their courts. I intend to defend part of this claim. No. And then there's one here which says, I intend to contest, I can hardly read it, I intend to contest jurisdiction. And that is the one I tick. Because they have no jurisdiction over me, the human being. And then what I do, I put my name there, and I put Jonathan Peter, hyphenated, ... which shows on the family of Witterick, which is my family name, or the clan that I am part of, as the Witterick clan, apparently. So, and you send that back. And that gives you, I think, 14 days. And then what I send them is a statutory declaration of true name. So, and it's basically, it's just and this is on the website, and it basically says all the names that I am and all the names that I'm not. And I'm not Jonathan Witterick, I'm not Jonathan Peter in uppercase, I'm not any of these things where it's got uppercase. I'm also not Mr. Jonathan Witterick, but I just put these, and it just says that I'm the secured party credit holder in due course. Anyway, it goes on and on. I don't, I get these, I don't go into a lot of detail with these things. But basically, you fill it all in, and it actually says that at all times, in all records and deeds, documents and other, I will be the said names, Jonathan-Peter, family name, Witterick. And so that is distinguishing me from the person. That's actually saying, look, I'm not this fictitious entity. I'm actually a person. Okay? And you send that back, and I also send that in with a notice of discharge. See, this is my notice of discharge again. And so I send them a notice of discharge, a claim form, and it basically says that upon proof of claim that I am a person and not a human being, upon proof of claim that you can verify what a person is, and upon proof of claim that I show you some sort of identification establishing an equity relationship with the claimant. Okay, and so you send that off, and I mean the last one I had, I can't actually read that, but that was CapQuest. It said, oh, we've sent this back to the company, and they now have 14 days to respond, or however long it was. And of course, never hear anything from them again. But also do speak to Ian, because he's been having wonderful success. That's Ian. If you put your hand up at the back, and everyone look at him, he has been doing some sterling work with debt collectors that have been trying to take them to court. And he's been, he's doing some brilliant work. So, it'd be worth sharing that with a lot of people. Okay. So, if you'd like more details of anything, I've got cards with the name of the site on them, and just go, or there's links, I think there's a link on TPUC now.
What is the name of the site?
The site is getoutofdebtfree.org, all one word, getoutofdebtfree.org, okay, and help end the fraudulent global banking system. So, what I believe is that we are on the edge of everything collapsing. I know John was talking about what's going to happen, and my prediction, I know that the economy has to collapse. I know that the dollar and the pound are on the brink of collapsing. The yen is probably in worse shape than the other two currencies. Everything's going to collapse pretty quickly. And a lot of people get a little bit feared up around that. But I say, what David Icke said, and this is something, he comes out with some interesting things, but he comes out with some good stuff. There's nothing to fear about the imminent collapse of the global financial prison, because that's what it is. And people say, oh, but what about my savings? And what about this? I say, what should I be investing in? And people, I mean, I'm not an investor, but if you're going to invest in anything, what I suggest is petrol, blankets, tinned food. Don't sell anything you can burn. Because it's all going to come crashing down. It really is.
And gold and silver.
Yeah, I mean, if you want. You can't eat gold and silver, but yeah, but you can trade it. Yeah. So there you go. You know, I mean, these chickens don't do too badly. Yeah, there's a barn of chickens if you can't see it back, and so they're all. When you've got actually a barnyard, a barn of chickens, and you want to turn them free range, all you have to do is open the door. None of them will go outside because they'd be scared of going outside because they've lived their whole life in this shed. But however, once we're actually free, we've actually got, you can actually have a very nice life outside this prison. And so I don't think we have, you know, as David Icke said, I don't think we have anything to fear. Because we know our freedom is just around the corner. I really believe that. I really believe that. Because there's another conspiracy, which not a lot of people speak about, but that's the conspiracy that we are involved in. Order out of chaos. They're creating the chaos. We are going to be the order that comes from that chaos. We're going to turn that triangle with the eye on it upside down, and we'll be dancing on top of it. Because we're going out. The fact that we're all here, the fact that so many people are connecting up. And I feel that a lot of the people that I'm meeting here will feel like we're connecting up. I feel like it's almost like we've been pre-programmed to meet up. Like we all decided that in this life we'd all catch up with each other and we'd all make those connections. And I don't know what it is exactly I'm going to do, but I'll keep doing this for now. John knows what he's going to do. And we're all gradually finding what little bit of the jigsaw we've got. Right, and so I've just jumped over. So what I'm going to finish with, if everyone's okay with it, is a poem. Okay, I'm going to have to turn my back to you whilst I'm reading it, because I can't read it on that. It's got a toy computer, you know. I've never seen one that small. Oh dear, right. Okay, so if you just bear with me on this one. Just going to finish with a poem. Some of you might have come across it before, but it's for me, it means a lot to me as well. On the surface of the world right now, there is war and violence, and things seem dark. But calmly and quietly, at the same time, something else is happening underground. An inner revolution is taking place, and certain individuals are being called to a higher light. It is a silent revolution, from the inside out, from the ground up. This is a global operation, a spiritual conspiracy. There are sleeper cells in every nation on the planet. You won't see us on the TV, you won't read about us in the newspaper, and you won't hear about us on the radio. We don't seek any glory. We don't wear any uniform. And we come in all shapes, sizes, colours and styles. Most of us work anonymously. We are quietly working behind the scenes in every country and every culture of the world. Cities, big and small, mountains and valleys, in farms and villages, tribes and remote islands. You could pass by one of us on the street and not even notice. We go undercover. We remain behind the scenes. It is of no concern to us who takes the final credit, but simply that the work gets done. Occasionally we spot each other in the street. We have a quiet nod and continue on our way. During the day, many of us pretend to have normal jobs. But behind the false storefront, at night is where the real work takes place. Some of us call us the conscious army. We are slowly creating a new paradigm with the power of our minds and our hearts. We follow with compassion, with passion and joy. Our orders come from a central spiritual intelligence. We are dropping secret love bombs when no one's